What is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and I'm going to a city that I've been wanting to explore out here for a while, which is the smallest city in the metropolitan Manila, and I think actually the smallest city in the whole Philippines, and it's called San Juan. I've only been to a little portion of San Juan, which is Greenhills, but I want to explore like the actual city. I'm walking all the way here through EDSA near the Cubao area and head over there to see what's going on. So it's probably going to be a long walk for me, you know, but I'm ready for adventures. And the reason why I'm very interested in San Juan is not really because of the size of the city, but it's also because, if you know, I'm from Puerto Rico, and the capital of Puerto Rico is also San Juan. So I want to compare and see how different San Juan in the Philippines is from Puerto Rico, you know. But yeah, like a few blocks from me is Annapolis, and that's literally like the beginning of San Juan City, you know, the pretty developed area. But we're gonna go deep into the city center and see what's going on. So without further ado, join me. This is busy EDSA, and where you see those buildings, that's actually San Juan right there. I already made a video in that area with the district of Greenhills. You know, Greenhills is like a massive mall, mostly known for the counterfeits, but it got like different sections of the mall. And then in the surrounding area is a nice central business district with a lot of condos. So I'm gonna cross that over, pass it to the other side, and then make it over there and start exploring San Juan to see what's going on. There's also a lot of private residences in San Juan, you know, a lot of nice houses and stuff, you know, so but I'm gonna focus mostly in the street, you know. I'll be careful where I film and stuff, but let's do it. I think here is like the starting of San Juan, because Annapolis Street is right here. Once I make it right, it takes me straight to Greenhills, and you can see some high developments. It's the S over here. Now let's walk straight towards the Greenhills area, and then I'm gonna merge into other streets to see what's. Shout out!
Hey man!
Hey. Damn, that didn't take too long. I'm literally just walking here and a crazy shout out. But the people are so friendly out here, you know. For the construction workers. And then there's suspected to be a typhoon coming, I think tomorrow, so I'm trying to get all the films, you know, today, because then I'm gonna be stuck in my house without making any content. This is Annapolis, the condos are here, so I want to cross the street so I can get a better view. But this is, you know, the condos that we have in Annapolis, and this is already San Juan City in the Philippines. So, you know, it's a small city in size, but pretty urbanized and developed, and a lot of private areas like this, like Gate, you know. And then the massive mall is like ahead of me, maybe like another 10 more minute walk. So yeah, doing a lot of cardio. I got my watch too to measure how many steps I'm taking in the filming of this video. So I think it's gonna be actually, you know, pretty interesting. So, and I like how they got the sidewalks nice and well paved out here. There's some pretty nice condos. You can literally see them in the MRT. And there's actually an MRT station here if you want to get off here and go to Greenhills. Get off of Santolan, Annapolis, and within a block you're right here in this street, and you get nice views, you know. So let me say San Juan City Police Station is right here to my left. So yeah, San Juan, but not Puerto Rico. San Juan in the Philippines. So hey, and to be honest, you know, I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm not really from San Juan. I'm from a town 2.5 hours away from San Juan, which is called Cabo Rojo, and we got beautiful beaches, mountains, coasts, and everything. So anybody watching this video and you guys would love to go to Puerto Rico, definitely go, and I highly recommend that you visit my hometown, Cabo Rojo. But yeah, let's check out San Juan in the Philippines. You can see how cool the street is over here. Pretty nice, you know. The thing is, a lot of people, they focus on going into the mall, which is also a really cool mall. I literally bought a few jerseys over there and shirts. Literally, Greenhills Shopping Center is my go-to place when I want to buy shirts and stuff. Also, a lot of foreigners come over here to the shopping center to buy products or shirts and stuff in that mall. You can find literally everything for a very good price, and you can practice your bargaining skills. You see it keeps going with the high-rise buildings. But soon I'm probably gonna make a left and merge into another street. I'm gonna merge into Ortigas and then Wilson Avenue, and that should take me straight towards more action in this area. And here to my left is already the beginning of Greenhills. It's divided by malls, shopping center, even outdoor strip malls. Usually, you know, I don't really see a wall, but usually when you go in the old shopping center where they got all the shirts and counterfeits, you know, a lot of people, they really don't like the camera and stuff, and I heard it's been getting like that lately, you know. But the regular mall, you know, you can film. Like what, 2 years ago, I tried to film in the mall, and you know, they didn't like it, and then I tried to just, you know what, I'm just gonna go film, and then the security literally stopped me and said I needed to get like a permit or something. So, but it is what it is. This is like the outside area of Greenhills, like the entrance. Like I say, it's divided by multiple spots, and then there's a high-rise condo at the end. Then here's like a shopping center. They got some restaurants over here. Then the parking. They're showing you what it looks like on the inside. And the inside, you know, I'll probably have issues if I try to film. Well, let's go to the new addition, the mall section. You know, here's another area. They have a parking. Even in the parking, they got some stores and everything. You can see pretty modern. They even have a Tim Hortons, which is a coffee joint in Canada. Kind of like the Dunkin' Donuts in the States. This is pretty popular in Canada. I don't know if you can see it right there. Timmy Hortons, and they got them all over Manila. Now I'm exiting the mall area, and I'm gonna hit the regular street. Just over here ahead of me, I think it's Ortigas Avenue. And it passes near the district of Ortigas. You know, a lot of roads here, they connect you from different regions in the metro part of Manila. So I'm gonna cross this overpass that should take me towards the other side, and I'll make it towards Wilson. I cross the overpassage, so trying to make it ahead towards Wilson. I don't think it's that easy for me to cross the regular street, so good thing they got the overpassage. But a lot of nice developments they got over here, so now I want to see how the vibe changes once I make a left in the other avenue. Here you see they got a nice looking apartment complex. I guess it's like a condo. And we got a gas station here. Pickup coffee is literally all over in Manila. Or the Philippines, I think I saw it in Cebu too. Usually I guess the big urban areas, you'll find pickup coffee. I think I did try it one time, and it was actually pretty good, you know, good coffee. But tons of a lot of good coffees all over throughout the Philippines. And I said it once, it's not Wilson Avenue, it's actually Wilson Street. So it seems like it's gonna be a little challenge for me to walk here. I don't see really much people. I just see more cars, motorbikes than pedestrians. That's what I'm thinking about a lot of areas over here in the metro part of Manila. Mostly cars getting around, that's why there's a lot of traffic jams. But here you're gonna start seeing what I'm talking about. It's mostly private gated communities with nice houses. But if I walk, I don't know, maybe 20 more minutes, maybe I'll see some action, and the map, everything looks close. But I know in real life it's gonna be a long of a walk, but I'm up for the challenge. Yesterday I did a crazy challenge. I walked from Guadalupe to BGC and then BGC back out to Guadalupe, you know, trying to see every single community out there. And now I'm looking around here, and yo, this is actually looking like, not the San Juan here, like San Juan, Puerto Rico, like suburbs, private residential areas. Like once you get outside, like the city center, and then go like to the gated communities, it looks literally the same. Yo, but I mean, you know, Philippines and Puerto Rico, you know, centuries ago we were colonized by Spain, so it made sense that we got Spanish name, and I guess we got the same type of weather, so the architecture, some of the buildings, they literally look the same. Then here we got traffic jam. Also, if you go to Puerto Rico, there's a lot of traffic jam. And Puerto Rico lives about 3.4 million, but keep in mind, that's a small island. The island of Puerto Rico, I think it's actually smaller than the entire Luzon. Puerto Rico is 100 miles long and 35 miles from north to south. So you have an idea how small it is, but big population for, you know, a small island. I can start seeing some of the mansions over here. They look pretty nice. There's lots of traffic and not too many people, and the only foreigner, Blackie Latino guy walking around here. So I stick out a little bit. And you can't really see, but the houses are looking pretty gorgeous from the outside. Then it seems like we got a 7-Eleven right here. You can see the gates from a distance, and then the inside, I can tell it's a beautiful, beautiful big house. I think they got a hospital here, so that makes sense. This is where you're probably gonna see the most action over here. Kind of giving me vibes of Quezon City. So I was looking at the sign, and it says in the bottom, Barangay Greenhills. So this is actually like I'm gonna assume it's like an upscale area in Metro Manila. The reason you can't really see the house is because it's very private. They have the gated community, and the security is there. So unless you know somebody or you have a special permit to get inside, but Yeah, I'll show you over here. But from a distance, I can see the houses are gorgeous. See, it has a massive gate like this. Then ahead of me is gonna be like more action. I'm already starting to see the streets. I think there's gonna be a lot of business, a lot of cool stuff. So, you know, San Juan is full of surprises. This one looks like it's abandoned, but they're probably gonna renovate it. I know it's gonna be beautiful, even over here. Abandoned, but I know if they renovate it and do a touch-up, it will be, you know, pretty beautiful. Greenhills West over here. And look at the houses here from the back. How beautiful it is. I think San Juan might be one of the most developed cities in Metro Manila. Probably one of the most expensive because they have a lot of private areas like this. Not sure my camera is capturing clear this mansion. And over there in the middle, I guess it's like they got security, and then you can see, I guess it's the downtown area of San Juan, but the buildings, they look pretty nice and modern, so I think that's where all the action is gonna happen right now. So very excited to explore San Juan City. Here's where the vibe is literally changing. I think here's where I'm gonna start seeing where the people hang out and all the action, so let's check it out. And here you see the business. There's another one over here that looks pretty nice. I think they have like a little market over here. What's this, fruit, grocery? Oh, a grocery joint. That's cool. Then here's a smart home. I guess they sell appliances for your house. And pedestrian. Kind of reminds me of some of those cities outside Luzon, like throughout the province areas. But they got a couple of nice looking buildings over there that I'm gonna try to get a close up and walk around. There's more buildings over this way, so it's like I don't know which side to go. Everywhere it looks pretty cool and walkable. But not only is one of the smallest cities, it seems like it's one of the chillest cities out here in Metro Manila. So, like I said, I really haven't seen any foreigner cover this area. So, so happened that, you know, I saw the map. I'm like, I'm gonna track the map and walk around to see what's going on. What is this, like a storage store? Then they got a bank right here. Nice. We still see some of the nice houses over here, but not sure if that gate is abandoned. And then the street is literally going down the hill. But good cardio for me. My goal is to get over 10,000 steps almost every day when I walk. So that's what I used to do in New York. I used to get like 20, 30,000 steps. What is this, like a shopping center? G Square. Not G Unit from 50 Cent. And then it seems like there's a lot more action ahead of me. Here we got a modern Jollibee, which is literally all over the Philippines, you know. And here ahead, I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. Then we got like a little grocery store or a little market over there across the street. And then there's a bridge over here. It's gonna be a little issue when I cross the street right here. Here's gonna get more interesting. Now I'm going up the hill, so big cardio, but everywhere that I look, it looks pretty nice and highly urbanized. Let me see what's around here. Oh, they got a hardware store. I need to buy a couple of things in the hardware store. It's a nice condo right here. I'm gonna walk over here. The thing is I gotta cross the street, and it's gonna be a little challenge for me. So here you see some of the modern buildings. Kind of giving me a semi-vibe of Makati. Or even Ortigas. Look how nice this building is. So this area would take me towards another side that is actually busy where I want to go, but I'm trying to walk almost every single block here because it looks pretty cool to explore. You know, it's pretty modern over here and developed compared to other parts of the metro region of Manila. So it seems like San Juan is coming, you know, pretty hardcore. And we got a couple of joints and a nice looking condo. I can tell it's a new building. Maybe they're still building it. Maybe it's not fully open. Well, there's more things ahead of me. But I am gonna detour this street to see what can I find. Trying to explore everything of downtown San Juan. This is my first time here. Yeah, I wanna see this new building over here, what it is about. Seems like it's officially open. Got some nice balcony. Reminds me of some buildings in Williamsburg and Brooklyn, New York. And they got some business in the first level. And then here's a nice looking condo that's still being built. Let me make it towards this side, make a left, because I know I saw some other cool buildings in the other side. So it's like everywhere here, you don't know where to go because there's so much to see. But it seems like this is a main street. Got the bike lane, but literally nobody walking, only me. I should have gone on the other side. It was probably safer for me. So I just gotta be careful. So here are some more developed buildings in the corner. Wow. Yo, San Juan is actually really nice. I think actually somebody in the comments told me I should come to San Juan. So today randomly I said, you know what, let's go to San Juan. But yeah, look at this. See, a couple of condo units over here. There's another one in the back. Wow. Yeah, this is the street I was literally walking before. There's actually more buildings over that way. Uncle John with us all over the Philippines, and then busyness right here. Here we got some businesses. Not gonna lie, I'm actually impressed with San Juan. Yeah, San Juan is actually pretty dope. The buildings and everything. It makes you feel like if you're in some of those central business districts around the Makati area, there's actually more buildings, and then they got a condo right here. The thing is, there's no wide sidewalks and really not much people walking around, so maybe it's more like a upscale area. And even if I'm the only foreigner, people are friendly. They see me and they smile, you know, so that's the beauty about the Filipino hospitality. Here we got another building, so it seems like they're developing all this area over here. That is actually pretty nice, you know. Another nice building with some business in the first floor. And those look like some condos into the corner. Let me just walk there, and then I think I'm just gonna turn back and walk in the other side and show you the other angle, what's going on. Yo, look at these houses, wow. Big and massive. There's another one over here, look how nice. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man, it feels like if I'm in Beverly Hills in California, or even some parts of Brooklyn, New York, that are pretty high end, but more like California because of the palm trees. So I'll tell you, Metro Manila is just massive and much more than the bad areas that the foreigners love to show you. There's so much to explore out here. I'm making a detour over here to see what this regular street looks like, because I've seen like some pretty nice looking houses, probably mansions. So look at this one, they have a gate. Then ahead of me is a nice house, but with the fence high up, so you can't really see what's in the inside, you know. Most of the wealthy areas are like this, like super high fences that you can't really get a view of the mansion that's right behind. So that's right here in the heart of San Juan. All of this down here and up here. So it's just a big mansion. Then we got more over here. But you still gotta watch your step. You don't wanna have a bad fall. And then, so like I say, it seems like most of the areas in this region of San Juan, it's, you know, private, high end, so people rather just use their cars and drive around. So that's why you don't see really density of people walking around the streets unless they're in front of a business, comparing to other parts of Metro Manila. And here's more, wow. Like I say, the gate is so high that I can't even see the house that's behind it. Then here, not sure if they're gonna build something. Seems like they tore it down, but you can see nice developed area. Over here it says Quezon City Monumento and NLEX. That's like the major highway that drives you up north. What is this? This looks interesting right here. I gotta take a look at it. This is modern. The corner house, this is like a hotel or what it is. Not sure what this building is, but it's pretty massive. Not sure if it's a residence, you know, hotel, anything, but pretty dope. Then I'm going down the hills. I can see actually the buildings of Shaw Boulevard in Mandaluyong where I filmed the other days. Now, where's the other condo? I don't want to get lost around here. But I can always make it back. I just got to study my map now and see where the heck I am. I'm in P. Guevara Street, and I got to walk all the way towards the other side, and there should be, I think, like 2 Coliseums and probably like a historic district. I saw a park that it kind of looks like Resort Park. Not sure if it's highly secure, but hopefully I can get in and see if I can film something for you guys over there. But yeah, so far I'm liking this area over here. It looks really cool. We got more over here, the nice looking houses. And this nice building. A couple of businesses here, the Happy Home. And now I gotta walk around the bike lane because there's no sidewalks around here. And pick up coffee. This is like a little shopping center or market. Metro Point Center. So yeah, and a regular street that goes over there on the other side. I think it's better if I cross the street because that's where they got a little better option of sidewalk and pedestrian area for me to walk, so. But yeah, really cool, you know, like I say, it's not too crowded with people. because most of the people, they have their own cars and they prefer to drive. But also I was told that here in the Philippines, cars are much more cheaper. I think in Asia in general, they're much more cheaper than in the States. Shout out. Got it. You know, cars are much more cheaper than back home, so that's why a lot of people, they own cars, you know. You could do a little deposit, then do your monthly payment, so kind of makes sense though. So ahead of me, more cool things happening. Nice residential units. So once I make it a little bit closer, I'll show you what's happening around here. See the nice apartment units right here. And then in the Skinita, there should be some more action going on. You see, look at this nice condo. Seems like they develop it. There's another one in the Skinita too, and they have their parking and a few business out here. So now I'm only like half of the way of where I gotta go. So yeah, you see how nice it is. It's crazy how this city, small in size, has a lot of interesting things to see, you know. But that's the beauty about the Philippines. No matter where you go, whether it's nature, small town, or anything, there's always something interesting to look at. And you have a residential unit and a 7-Eleven in the first floor. So that's cool. If you need something, you can just go down the elevator and grab anything you need from 7-Eleven. And 7-Eleven here, or in Asia in general, is way better than the 7-Elevens in the States. Like, they offer so much, and it's much more cheaper and affordable. So, oh yeah, there's more development going on in the other side that I want to go. So, yep. I think I'm in for a treat. I see another condo in that side, so it's like everywhere is worth for me to explore. Here's where I'm really wishing I had a bike, so I can reach a lot of areas out here. And this is bad, a tree here literally blocking the skinita of the street. And then it's just like a regular barangay or street down here. And over here, just like the other side, private residential units or mansions. And a nice building here towards my corner, so it's like everywhere you go in San Juan, there's cool things to look at. I see more buildings over there. I see, got a unit over there. It's kind of reminded me a little bit of Cliffside Park in New Jersey. Like, they got the hills and condos throughout the area. And it keeps going much more over this side. Ahead of me, it seems like it's the court center of San Juan, because I see the San Juan Hall of Justice ahead of me. And then some condos being developed. So I think over here in the street ahead of me is gonna be pretty interesting to look at. And the name of this main street is gonna call, sorry for my pronunciation, Pinaglabanan. And I think if you go to the right and merge, it'll turn you into Boni Avenue. That goes all the way near Camp Aguinaldo. You got a McDonald's, and that's the Hall of Justice right there. Nice, beautiful building, but I wanna make a left, because I think that will pass me near the Coliseum. Not sure if it's a basketball Coliseum or a concert area, but it'll be pretty interesting to look at. So a lot of action going on in a condo over there on that side, but I gotta cross the street over here, so it's probably the safest area over here for me to cross. So this over here is where they have, I think, the basketball court, Playtime Filoil Center. Shout out. So yeah, I guess there's a game going on over here. But yeah, this is one of the main attractions of San Juan. So really cool to look at. And on the other side, there are some condos, so everywhere you go is pretty nice. So yeah, it seems like they have some training or some program inside the arena. A lot of young people coming out. Then here I am in the main street. Damn, I gotta walk all the way down that way to Cubao later. But let's explore more of San Juan in this side. Seems like over here there's more modern buildings happening. Here you see a McDonald's right next to the Jollibee, and a tall apartment complex that they built. Yeah, I just gotta wait for the light to give me the green light for me to cross out here. This is like the court center, the Municipal Hall right there. Yeah, Hall of Justice of San Juan. And it got more going on. So I think all the government offices are over this area, but maybe due to it being a Saturday, you don't really see much movement, only in certain parts, but you can see how nice and clean the roads are, you know. Yes, it says government center, you know, it's in Tagalog. You can see Magabagong San Juan National Government Center. So that's really cool. And then over here is like a street art. My camera cannot capture it correctly. If I was across the street, then I'll probably get a better view. Then they got the tricycle with teenagers over there. They're doing videos and stuff, so. And then, oh, they're developing this building. So nice. Then let me see what can I find in the esquinita. I think another reason why you don't see people walking here is because of the heat. You know, if you stay out for too long, the heat starts kicking in. I can see here's like a Municipal, but I don't think it's like fully open or something. But I want to see if I can make it towards the plaza or somewhere around here to see if I find anything interesting. Then there's a barangay here called Barangay Isabelita, and then local communities that you can find it all over throughout the Philippines. And here's the barangay, the entrance right there. But let me see, I think here in the corner, it's gonna be interesting for me. This is the Municipal right here. Pretty quiet right now, and then there should be a plaza to my left. So I wanna make it inside the plaza and then wrap up the video, so let's see. So here I am inside the park. It's kind of bringing me a little vibe of the Quezon City Memorial Circle. It goes around. Gonna walk around here, see what the park is about. But I mostly see is just young people, some people doing their exercise. There's also a sign over here, but I don't want to show you because I know it's a different meaning in the Philippines, but in the United States, it's a really bad meaning. But they have the park here with the monument, the plaza. So not much people, there's a few people around in the other esquinita. Seems like they're getting ready, I don't know, for an event or something and training. Let me just stroll around and show you what's going on. So this is the memorial shrine over here. Like I say, it really brings me that vibe of Rizal Park or Luneta Park in the heart of Manila. Yeah, this is what you get, you know, it's called Pinaglabanan Memorial Shrine. So nice local big park happening around here. Then ahead of me should be a government building. Not sure if it's the City Hall of San Juan, but it looks beautiful. So let me just get close and show you what the building looks like. And this is it, nice park. I just wish it had more trees. You see the trees are here in the corner, but it would be better to have it in the center. You know, I think it would attract more people to hang out. And this is the center right here. You can see the buildings of this municipality out in Metro. Over here, City of San Juan Government Center. So I'm gonna assume that's the City Hall. Nice looking building they got going on over here. I'm surprised I don't really see much securities around comparing to other parts of Metro Manila. But I think here I'm just gonna start wrapping up my video. You know, I explored the most I could of beautiful San Juan and Metro Manila, Philippines, the smallest city out here. But it was amazing, you know, beautiful buildings, streets and everything and cool vibes. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all and peace.